Life Audio.
Welcome to the Crosswalk Devotional. We're glad to have you listening with us. Today's topic is about how God knows us even better than we know ourselves. We'll return with the devotional after a brief message from our sponsors. The God who knows us better than we know ourselves. Written and read by Deidre Brantley. Luke chapter 22, 31 through 34. Simon, Simon, behold, Satan demanded to have you, that he might sift you like wheat. But I have prayed for you, that your faith may not fail. And when you have turned again, strengthen your brothers. Peter said to him, Lord, I'm ready to go with you both to prison and to death. Jesus said, I tell you, Peter, the rooster will not crow this day until you deny me 3 times. If our faith journeys had mantras, mine would be, put me in, coach. I have always been chomping at the bit for God to put me in the game. If the world was a soccer match, I'd be the player on the sideline, jumping up and down with my hand raised, screaming, I've got this! Pick me! Pick me! Sure, my footwork could use some precision and my endurance could stand a boost, but what I lack in raw talent, I'm certain I can make up for in spirit. This is how I imagine Simon Peter, too. Peter was the disciple who boldly named Jesus the Messiah, who jumped out of his boat to walk on water towards Jesus, and then who leapt out of his boat again to reach Jesus on the shore after his resurrection. He was impulsive, zealous, and earnest, and he seemed to be eager to be used by God. But on the night of his betrayal, Jesus turned to Peter and told him that Satan had demanded to sift him like wheat, and that he had prayed that Peter's faith wouldn't fail. Indignant, Peter said, Lord, I'm ready to go with you both to prison and to death. It's clear he believes his faith is solid as the rock he's been named for. In this moment, he cannot conceive the possibility that it will falter. This moment is important because it shows that our own understanding of our capacities, abilities, and firmness of faith is not always in alignment with reality. Peter seemed to truly believe that he would go to prison or even death alongside Jesus. But when the moment of testing came, he was not able. Yet Jesus always knows the state of our hearts and content of our character more clearly than we see it ourselves. He indicates this in the conversation with Peter when he predicts that he will, in fact, deny him 3 times before morning even comes. But here's something else Jesus sees which we cannot. Our capacity for growth, where we will be someday. And Jesus doesn't turn to Peter and say, you may or may not make it through this trial. Your faith may or may not crumble. Who knows how things will turn out for you? He says, and when you have turned again, strengthen your brothers. He's certain that Peter will not only return with a renewed faith, but that he will also have grown in such a way that enables him to strengthen his brothers too. Intersecting faith and life. Like Peter, we often think we're ready for things we are not. We say things like, Lord, I'm ready to lead, or Lord, I'm ready for insert new opportunity or challenge here. We are so certain in our own capacities and resolute in our spirits that we become frustrated when he makes us wait. Doesn't he see us jumping up on the sideline saying, put me in, coach? Doesn't he see that we're willing and able? We can only see what we think we want and what we think we should be able to do. But the fact is, Jesus understands our hearts and abilities better than anyone. And not only that, he sees the trajectory of our lives and also the version of the person he's helping us become. In just a blip, he can survey the situation in its totality, seeing the synergy of our past, present, and future. So when he asks us to wait, it might be that He's still working on something within us. He recognizes our zeal and spirit, good and wonderful things. But He's not just in it for a soccer match. He is playing the long game. He's in it for eternity. Today, if you're feeling ready for a new challenge or opportunity and can't understand why God hasn't put you in yet, try asking Him these simple questions. God, what are you doing in my life that I can't see? Would you give me a sense of what you're working on while I wait? You might be surprised to find that He not only understands the longings of your heart, but that He also might even teach you something you didn't know about yourself. Further reading. Consider spending some more time reading about Jesus' interactions with Peter today. You can start by looking at Matthew 14, Matthew 16, Luke 22, and John 21.
The Crosswalk Devotional is a production of Life Audio and Salem Media. If you liked what you heard today, please take a second to rate and review this podcast in your favorite podcast app so that more listeners like you can find the show. For more faith-filled, inspirational podcasts, visit us at lifeaudio.com.
Rejoice always. Pray without ceasing. Give thanks in all circumstances. God invites us to cultivate thankful hearts by turning our eyes toward Him in good times and bad.
To listen to more Abide Christian meditations, just go to lifeaudio.com or search your favorite podcast app for Abide Christian Meditation. You can also download the Abide app for more biblical meditations at abide.com.